Today I messed up by giving my dog dinner. He almost died choking and now he has doggy PTSD. This occurred about 5 months ago. My spouse and I rescue/adopt adult and senior small dogs. We currently have 5. I gave them their dinner, chicken breast, veggies and fruit. It was well mixed and cut up. I thought, Sarge and Chi only weigh 4 to 5 pounds and our senior's missing teeth. So I give them their portion on a plate off away from the other 3. I guess Sarge got excited and ate a huge mouthful and tried to swallow it whole. I hear coughing so I check on him but he keeps walking away from me. He walks around the couch to where my husband is, coughing harder. I ask my husband to check on him, then Sarge passes out. Husband picks him up upside down and hands him to me, because he didn't know what to do. We've both been CPR certified through our professions but, it's a tiny dog. I immediately was like okay, he is baby-sized. I keep him upside down, and pry his jaws open. Then I put my finger down his throat and start sweeping his throat. I hook the chicken, and it falls out and he just sort of stays limp a minute then starts breathing. Then the little guy just kind of shakes it off and walks off. I'm crying, husband is nearly crying. I'm a terrible dog mom but he seems fine. After that I only give them store-bought dog food, because I'm paranoid I won't cut it up small enough again. Sarge seems fine. Fast forward a couple months and he starts waking up in his sleep screaming. He isn't having seizures, just heavy breathing and confusion for about 5 minutes and then he goes back to sleep. This happens about once a week. Our vet said it's very likely just trauma and that he should be fine. But literally every time I'm home to witness the night terror, I freak out and want to take him to the emergency vet. Lesson learned, feed tiny dogs tinier food. Baby CPR works on dogs and dogs have trauma dreams just like us and need lots of snuggles after. I love all my rescues a ton, and I feel super awful about it. Edit, apparently blind sweeping a choking infant is outdated. It worked here on my dog, but please follow current CPR rules to be safe also. Thanks everyone for making me feel better. Too long. Didn't read. Tiny dog eats big food, almost dies, doesn't and breaks his mom's heart every time he has a night terror. Today I messed up by buying my kids a bunch of fucking Mentos. Well, here I am again, posting another today I messed up. I wonder if people with children are more likely to post these? P.S. This is a long one. My kids recently discovered the whole Mentos plus Coke equals super cool explosion equation, thanks to me and my big mouth. They got super excited to try it, so I agreed to go to the store and buy the ingredients for the experiment. We start off with a conservative amount, 1 roll of Mentos and 1 bottle of Diet Coke. We get home and gather around to witness the super cool explosion. Except it was not super cool, and honestly it was barely an explosion. I'm not sure what we did wrong, but the whole thing was very underwhelming. The children were all disappointed and quite vocal about it. That sucked, Mom. In my infinite wisdom, I decide the problem was, obviously, not enough ingredients. We needed to buy a shit ton of Coke, all different types, and a lot of Mentos. So I head back to the store, and spend a stupid amount of money on all this junk. I figure if we put a bunch of Mentos in each bottle, we will get a bigger explosion, so I got at least 15 of those packs of Mentos rolls. In my defense, that kind of stuff is always on some crazy buy 2 get 7 free sale, so we can blame the store at least a little bit. Back at the house, I gather the children in the yard once again. They are incredulous. I promise them that this time, it will work. That the whole Coke bottle will probably explode, so the kids need to stand back. We try everything, many different combinations, and pretty much all of them fizzle a little bit and then just die. What the fuck? I am frustrated and angry. The kids are disappointed, but resilient. I go inside to sulk and let the kids shake up the bottles and spray each other with Coke. The Coke was an inconvenient, sticky mess and I had to spend a while hosing it off the fence, side of the house, the kids, etc. But then the kids decided to play with all 500 of the extra Mentos, and those bloody mints have ruined my life. Once they ran out of Coke, they decided to take the Mentos into the house and play with them. I figured they couldn't do much with them, and would eventually get bored. Clearly, I underestimated both their creativity and capacity for destruction. The children created sick games to play when I wasn't looking, like, hide a bunch of Mentos in each of the lighting fixtures, stick the Mentos under all the rugs so people keep stepping on them when they're walking around, and just throw them across the room at each other until they're all lost behind and inside of the furniture. I don't know how I missed the see how many Mentos you can chew up and stick in your sister's hair game, but I sure had to deal with the fallout afterward. So now I'm in Mentos hell. They are stuck to almost every article of clothing and the bottoms of everyone's shoes. They are ground into the floor and carpets. I keep finding them in my daughter's hair, despite threatening and punishing my son multiple times. Almost every time I open a door, or a cabinet, or a drawer, I find a Mentos sitting there. I walk around the house gingerly, because I'm so sick of scraping minty gum off the carpet/ground/bottoms of my shoes. They are following me, torturing me, driving me insane. These things are melting into the furniture and being puked up by the pets and lounging in the toilet. I'm a broken woman. No matter what I do, there will always be more Mentos. Too long. Didn't read. Thought I would be a fun mom and got my kids a bunch of Mentos and Coke. The Mentos are destroying my life and my home. There is no escape.